Jonathan B.J. Hayes here, local realtor in beautiful Port St Lucie, Florida. Welcome to the home of Port St Lucie Real Estate. I want to welcome all the new viewers. Please hit that subscribe button, like the video, share the video, and tell a friend about the wonderful things going on here in beautiful Port St Lucie, Florida. So guys, today I want to talk about what I call the biggest lie about Port St Lucie. And that biggest lie is it's in the middle of nowhere, or as somebody called it, the bush, and there's no diversity. All of this is totally far from the truth here in 2022. Now, that may have been true years ago, prehistoric Port St Lucie, like pre-2000s. But as you will see, and I think many of you know, Port St Lucie has grown leaps and bounds. I've heard stories from friends who told me, life before Walmart and how excited people got when the very first Walmart showed up. Now we're like 20 years removed from that. Port St Lucie is now a hotbed. So I'm going to share some data with you to dispel this myth. So if you are coming from somewhere else or hear about this place called Port St Lucie, I want you to know a little bit about it. No, it is not in the middle of nowhere. So, okay. First of all, Port St Lucie is on the Treasure Coast. We are literally 40 minutes from downtown West Palm, hour and a half from Fort Lauderdale, 2 hours from Miami, 2 hours from Orlando, okay? Within 15 minutes, you can get just about anything you want in Port St Lucie, no matter where you live in it. Store, restaurant, running water, electricity. Yes, we have running water and electricity in Port St Lucie. Okay, you're right next to Stewart, Jensen Beach, 25 minutes from Jupiter. Come on, folks, Tiger Woods lives in Jupiter. We are not in the middle of nowhere, and there is civilization here in Port St Lucie, okay? So these numbers that I'm going to read to you are from the Census Bureau. They come straight from census.gov. This is from the census, came out in 2020. Now, I will tell you, in the past 2 years, these numbers do not do us justice. Because there's many more people that have shown up here in the last 2 years. All right. So as of 2020, the U.S. Census Bureau says there are 205,000 people living in Port St Lucie. Did you know that's more people than that live in downtown Fort Lauderdale? I'm not talking about the burbs, Coral Springs and Tamarack and Plantation. 205,000 people is more than live in the actual city of Fort Lauderdale. So let's dispel that little myth that you're in the middle of nowhere. There's a lot of people here, folks. The other thing I want to discuss with you is this. People say there's no diversity. Jonathan, I'm a black male. I'm a black woman. I am a Latina. I just moved here from Colombia. I just moved here from Venezuela. I'm coming from the Dominican Republic. Will they accept me? I'm going to read you some numbers to let you know Port St Lucie is one of the most diverse places I've ever lived. So here you go. 57% of the people who live in Port St Lucie, Florida, are currently white. 21% 8% of the people living in Port St Lucie, Florida are Latino. 18% of the people living in Port St Lucie are Black or of African descent. 3% of people living in Port St Lucie are Asian. So there we go. That dismissed this whole myth that Port St Lucie is nothing but an old boys network. At one time, from what I understand, it was. But guess what? Things change, and Port St Lucie is fastly becoming a melting pot for all kinds of people. I can't direct you to a neighborhood that says only this type of people live here or another type of people live there. Port St Lucie, you will find a mix of everybody everywhere. And as a whole, everybody gets along. As far as the police forces go, they make sure that people get along. We don't have a whole lot of issues here. Now, obviously, as more people come, you're going to slowly get crime. And I tell people, you can go to Beverly Hills and they have crime. So don't get funny here. I wanted to read you guys these numbers so you can hear for yourself that Port St Lucie is number one, growing fast, and it's diverse. Because this is the number one thing that holds people back. Now that has all been dispelled. Let me get back to that number of 205,000 people. That's from 2020. That number now is much higher. In the last 2 years, so many people have moved here. I've seen different numbers, upwards of 385,000 people now they're claiming living here. I'm going with the number of 205 because that's straight from the census of 2020, but I can tell you it's much higher now. So there you have it. I'm hoping that I was able to answer a lot of your questions. The reason I did this video is because I get these questions sent directly to me via text or via email. So I wanted to dispel them for everybody. Port St Lucie is not in the middle of nowhere, and Port St Lucie is very diverse, period, and growing. The one thing I will say is Port St Lucie is not the entertainment capital of the world. If you are looking for beautiful houses at affordable prices, quiet neighborhoods where people get along and you can have a yard, a pool, have a party, and live the American dream, as they would call it, Port St Lucie is the perfect place for it. But if you're coming for fine dining and clubbing and bars every night, I'm sorry, you're going to have to drive down to Fort Lauderdale or Miami for that type of lifestyle. Jonathan B.J. Hayes here, local realtor in beautiful Port St Lucie, Florida. Thank you for spending some time with me. All my information is below. If you have a question about Port St Lucie real estate, Port St Lucie in general, I can answer it for you. Hey guys, till we meet again next time, everybody stay safe, be blessed.